Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hello.
How are you all doing?
Hello.
How are you all doing?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah, I decided to have this meeting because of some questions I was getting about the Excel assignments. Usually those Excel assignments, actually Excel, when you get a hang of it, is usually not that bad. As I'm going to show you with a few examples in a few minutes. Now, as we proceed, if you have any more questions, you can also ask me. I'll try to answer as much as I can within given the limited time that we have. Okay, let me share my screen so you can see what I'm talking about, because I know you'll be asking what is he's talking about. So let me share with a few examples. Now, if you look at, you can see the screen now, right? Can you?
Yes.
Good. Now, I went through some of those assignments asked you to find, organize data set into a frequency table and find, some of them ask you to find the mean, median, mode, quartiles, and even binomial. So if the method, sometimes the method, I say I might have two different ways of doing the same thing. If the method I explain in the describe in the because each handout, if you look at the Excel assignment, each of them already have the answers there. But I still want you to do it anyway because I'm gonna click on your answers. When I click on your answers, it will tell me what you did. I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean by that. Now, some might just type in the answers there and then submit. They will get it 0. But if you do it, even if your answer is not correct, but you did some work, I see that I can still give you some credit. Now, how do I know that you didn't do any work? I will show you that one in a minute too. So, for example, if you're not if that one I explained in describing the Excel assignment, if you can't follow that method, you can follow the method I'll be showing you in a few minutes now. That will help you a lot. And after the ones I could not describe today, I can, if you want, I can send a video that you can also watch and follow the steps. So let's start with this first one. The first one says I'm going to use this example that is similar to what you have, you may have in the assignment. Data below shows the record temperature, high temperature in 50 states. It says present this data using the frequency, using 7 classes, and then explain your results. Find the mean, median, and mode, and then find the 80th percentile. Find the Q1, Q2, and Q3. So the first thing you do in Excel is to put this number in Excel. That is the hard part. Once you put them correctly, then you use the Excel command to get your answers in. So I've already typed them in Excel, as I'm going to show you now. I have them typed in here. You can see the screen. You can see it, right? It's better to type them in a vertical form like this so that it will become easy for you to do. So frequency. So now you can now do some few steps. The question says to use 7 classes, I believe. It says 7 classes. Now, like I said, if you're not comfortable with the method I showed I described in Excel in that table, I think it's up to 6 to 7 pages, I think, right? Am I right? I think it's up to 6 pages. So I can simplify it here for you in a few steps. So we are using 7 classes. Okay. Yeah. Now, so first thing we do is to make our table of values here. I say I can do it for you, but like I say, I'm just showing you a simpler method, a method that you might be familiar with. You can have your class intervals here. Class interval. then you have frequency. So now, again, it says 7 classes. The first step, you need to get a class width. Let's get our class width first. Okay. The class width. The formula is to let me put it here. The formula is this. I think I should type it and paste it here so you can see it. Let me put this here. Insert okay. Let me see if I can put shapes here. I want to show you the formula for class width. Okay. So this is method if you want to use it. Class width. Class width is simply the maximum value, the largest number there minus the minimum. Okay, put it in parentheses, and then divided by the number of classes. This is the formula for that, manual, So let me make it larger so you can see it. Okay, I'm gonna make it bigger. Oh, excuse me, my mistake. It's too large. Okay, I think this should be good. So now, class width is the largest number here minus the smallest number divided by number of classes. How do you know the largest number? Because the list is too long. What you're gonna do is to highlight it all the way to the last one. Let me undo it. Okay, people come in. Okay, I'm gonna admit. Let me admit these people. They just came in. Okay. Okay. So what you do is to highlight it from the first to the last one. Now, once you highlight it, you can put them in order. It says sort. Can you see the screen? It says sort. Can you see my hand here?
Yes.
It says sort. So I'm going to sort it so you can know which one to say. Choose the sort from the smallest to largest. So once you click on it, it will give you this dialog box. It says expand selection or continue with the current selection. Choose continue with current selection and then click OK. So it will arrange it from the smallest to the largest. You can see the smallest is at the top, largest is at the bottom here. So with that, you can now find the class width. Okay. Let me move this thing back to where it was. Okay, good. Now, so now we have it. Let's find the class width. Class width equals, before you do any calculation in Excel, make sure you put the equal sign first. That will put that cell in a ready mode for calculation. So equal, then I put parentheses. Then the largest number there is 34 minus the smallest number, which is 100. Okay. Then close the parentheses, divided by number of classes. You give me 1 minute. Just 1 minute. I wrote 3. This is actually should be a number of classes. Now, it says 7 classes. So I wanted to make a correction to this before we continue. Let me make that correction because I wrote 3 classes. It says it should be a number of classes. Okay. Now, our question says 7 classes. If you look at the question here, it says using 7 classes. So we're gonna put the 7 for number of classes. Okay. So let me take you back. So we have this as equals maximum number here is 134 minus the minimum is 100. Click on that. divided by number of classes, 7 classes, type in 7. And now, once you press the enter key, it will give you the answer right away. See? 4.85. Now, like you know from this, from the handout I sent you, you always round up to the next whole number, which is 5. Yeah. So with that, you can now get your class interval. So from 5, I'm gonna make this class interval to be large. 5. So you have 5. There's the class width, and the smallest number here is 100. So you type in 100 first. 100, and you keep adding 5 until you get to the last number. Okay. So I'm gonna do it on this side, so I then put the numbers in. 100. Add 5 plus 5. That'll give you 105. And then if you continue like that to the 7th class, you give you the 125. So I'm gonna put it from here. 100. Okay. Then the other one is 105. 110. 115. 120. Remember, this method I'm showing you is a different method from the one I described in Excel, because I want you to that method. If I'm showing you a separate a method that is, maybe you are more simpler, or if you are that you can use if you don't know how to use the other method. 125. Are they up to 7? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. So we need more. So I'll continue. 130. Okay. Now, on this side of it, you're gonna put the upper class interval. So the same thing here. See, we have this is 100. 100. So to the next one is 105. So this should be actually 104 then, because you count 104 before you count 105. And then you do the same thing, keep adding 5 to it. Why are we adding 5? Because remember, 5 is our class width. 104 plus 5. And then, you double click on it. It will give you the rest. So we're gonna put them here. 104. Okay. 109. 114. 119. 124. 129. 134. Okay. Once you have it in this form, we are ready to put the frequencies. Now, because you already arranged them in order using Excel to sort them, you can figure it out. Now, from 100 to 104, how many numbers fall in this group? Number from 100 to 104. You can go here, I see it. That 1, 2. See? 1. It looks like somebody just came in. Let me see. Okay. So 1, 1, 2. Only 2 of them. So you gotta put 2 here as a frequency 2. Now, for the next group, 105 to 109, how many numbers? You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you gotta put 8 right here. Any question before I continue? Any question you can ask before I continue?
No question, sir.
Okay. Now, next is 110 to 114. See 110 to 114. See, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 of them. I put 18 right here. Then 115 to 119. Now, in the method I described in the assignment in the Canvas, that method we do all this. Once you follow the step, it will do all this thing for you, automatically. But like I said, if you're not comfortable with that, you can just use this method. 115 to 119. You can see 115 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 of them. You type in 13 right here. Then 120 to 124. Okay. 120 to 124. You can see right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of them. Put 7. Okay. Then we have 125 to 129. Only one of them. 1. Then 130 to 134. Only one of them. 1. So that their total will now become total will be, you add all of them. How do you add it in Excel? Just put the equal sign. Remember, before you do any calculation in Excel, put equal sign first. That will put it in a ready mode. Then type in sum and put, once you type in sum will show up. Double click on it. Then highlight from the first one to the last one. Close the parentheses. And then press the enter key. 50. It will give you the total at 50. And remember, this is 50 numbers. So for those of you that came late, what I was doing is this. I was trying to explain a different method from the one I showed it on the handout. If you're comfortable with the one I described in Canvas, use it. You're gonna get the same result. But if you're struggling with it, you can use this method. So I started with this example, this question. These are the record high temperature. So it said present the data in a frequency distribution using 7 classes. So the first thing we did is to put this data in Excel, which I did, and then put them in Excel, put them in a vertical. This way, starting from here all the way to the down. Now, once you finish it, you highlight it and sort it using the sort what do you call it, icon here. So it will sort it from smallest to largest. Then you can now get the class width using this formula. Excuse me. Then put them in this form. Now, but it also, that question also said to present the data using explain. I think the one you have in Excel also mentioned to put in Canvas mentioned to draw a histogram about it. Did it? I'm not sure if it does, but if it says,
it says histogram.
If you say histogram, there are 2 ways you can do it. I will show you both ways. You can choose the one you like. The first thing you do is since you already have the table here, to draw the histogram, depending on the version of Excel you are using, you can just highlight it all the way. Don't put the total, just from the first class interval to the last one. Then you go to insert. Normally I use the recommended charts like this one here. You can use this one. Click on it. Okay, click on it here, and then click OK. See the histogram. Then it will give you like it will appear like a bar chart. Now, remember this. Let me show you. This thing is about the the record high temperatures for the 50 states. Okay, so you can once you have it in this form, you can just see you see this plus sign here. Can you see the plus sign? Hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So click on the plus sign. It will give you this option axis, so you can choose the axis title to choose two of them, so that it will show you, to give you what to type in your axis. So once you choose it, then you can just double click here, and then type in the record high temperatures. Record high temperatures. Okay. Then these are the temperature here. Double click on it, and then temperature in degrees Fahrenheit. Then here, double click on it, and then type your frequency. Okay. Now, you know that in a histogram, the graphs should be together. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what you're gonna do? How do you bring it together? What you're gonna do is this:
To close the gap.
click on any of the graph. Once you click on it, you can see the option here.
Yeah.
See where you have the overlap
Yeah.
and gap it, so you can decrease it
To 0%.
Yep. So as you are decreasing it, it will go. Excuse my mistake.
0.
No, I was clicking on the wrong one.
Supposed to be gap width.
Yeah, this one. That's this one I'm gonna be clicking. You can just make it as you are decreasing it, it will be closing. Okay. And then that gives you your histogram right there. So if you take it to 0%, it might not see the line that demarcates the graph. I usually leave it at this point, so you can still see the lines. You see what I mean? Because you know there's still gonna be lines on it. Let me show you what I mean by that. See, when it's 0, excuse me. See, you won't see the lines. You see what I'm saying now? That's why I got to have it a little bit so I can see the line between the two, the histogram. Now, if this is the project that you are doing, you can now click on this. See, take your cursor here. You see where, if you see where my hand is, right? Can you see it? Hello? Can you see where my hand is?
Yes.
If you want to put this in the project that you are typing, you can just move it on this point. Click on it, then copy. Copy this, then go to your project, wherever it is located, or the page that you want to put it in your project. If you want to put it here, you click here and then right click and click on paste option. Usually I just use a control V to paste it there, and then you can begin continue your typing. You know, whatever you're doing. Questions? Any question? Okay, so since there's no question, I will assume that we are having fun. Good. Okay, let me move it all the way down. Okay. Okay, then I'm gonna take this here. Now, the one of the Excel assignment also asks you to find the mean, median, and mode. Am I right? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? One of the Excel assignments asks you to find the mean, median, and mode. Am I right or wrong? Okay. So let's see. Mean, median, mode. I have, I think there's one that asks you to find the one that asks to find the variance and standard deviation. And there's one that asks to find the percentile and then the quartiles. Okay. In that case, so I'm going to write them here. We have variance, okay, standard deviation. Then quartile, Q1, first quartile, but okay, it's percentile. Let's say this one say find the 80th percentile, 80th percentile. And then quartile, first quartile, second quartile, okay, third quartile. Now, I put everything together, so just to show you how to get it. Because when I'll be grading it, I'll be clicking at your answers to make sure that you actually did the work. Now, for the mean, this is what you do. Type equal sign to make the Excel put it in a ready mode. Then type average, because mean is average basically. Once you type it, it will show. Okay, then start from here to highlight all of them to the last number, the list. That will give you then close the parentheses. Then press the enter key. Press the enter key. That gives you the mean right here. So when I'm grading this, I click on this, I will see that you did the work. You can see where it is showing that you did the work. Now, if you copy it from somebody, right, or if you copy the exam, like I have an issue with that's where a student, because like I said, those Excel assignments, the answers are already there, but I still wanted to do it just to follow the steps so that you can get the credit. Now, there's one student that just type in the answer that they saw on the assignment, like type in 114, for example, 0.1. So when I was grading it, I clicked on the answer. I didn't see any work done, so I gave the student 0. So please take note that once you do it, it will show your work. Once I click on it, I will see that you did the work. Any question? Miss Kiona, you're raising your hand. Do you have a question for me?
No, I wasn't raising my hand. I'm sorry.
Okay. So median, again, put the equal sign times type median. It will pop up. Double click on it, then highlighting all of them. You can see right here. Okay, then close the parentheses. You can see right there. Then press the enter key. It gives you the median right there. So the mode equals okay. Again, mode, M-O-D-E. The mode right there. Okay, highlight all of them. Close the parentheses. Give mode of 118. Okay. So that means the one number that occurs most often is 118. So again, when I click on the answer, I will see that you did the work here. Variance, Now this is a sample, so we're gonna use a sample variance equal VAR dot X.
Dr. Oji,
Yes.
I don't know if this is a problem only I am having, but I can only see the Word document and not the Excel document that you're working in.
Oh,
on the screen.
okay. That is, let me start all over again. Let me see what happened here. Oh yeah, you're right. Thank you for this. I didn't know that. Can you see it now?
Yes, thank you.
So the mean is equal type average. Double click here, then highlight all of them from small to last one. Close the parentheses. It's closed here. Enter key, press the enter key, like give you the mean. For median, repeat it. So, like I said, when I'm grading it, if I click here, I will see that you did the work here. I'll give you a credit. But if you type in the answer without doing any work, like this here, if I click here, I won't see any work then here. In that case, you won't get credit for that. Please, when you want to ask question to me, ask me. I don't do chatting because it distracts my attention. Just ask me here, I'll answer it. Okay. Median equals MED. Once you type it, it will show up. Then you can highlight all of them from the smallest to largest. Last number here, and close the parentheses. So once you press the enter key, it will give you the median. Yeah. Mode, again, put the equal sign. Always put equal sign first. MOD, it will show up. Then highlight all of them from smallest to largest. Close the parentheses. Okay, hold on. I think there is some people that came in. Okay. All right. Close the parentheses, then press the enter key. Mode is 118. Then for variance, make sure you're seeing it again. Okay. Variance, since we're using the sample variance, but this is the sample, equal sign, type VAR. See, this one is VAR.S. If you're using sample variance, if you're using population variance, you're going to use VAR.P. Because this is a sample, I'm going to use VAR.S. And then highlight all of this. And close the parentheses. And then once you press the enter key to give you the variance. Standard deviation, again, we are doing a sample standard deviation. Put equal sign STDEV. Now, for population standard deviation, use DEV.P, but we're using sample, so it's, excuse me, STDEV.S. Then again, highlight all of them. Okay. Close the parentheses again, before. And then once you press the enter key to give it the standard deviation. Question? Any question before I continue? Okay, so no question. Good. Now, for percentile, remember percentile divide the distribution into 100 equal parts. It's just like saying percent. For example, if you say that your score fall in the 80th percentile, that means you perform better than 80% of the class. You know, that's what it means, basically. So percentile, again, equal percentile. Now, this is one actually one we can use. Percentile. You can see it should return the k percentile of values in a range, where k is let me see. Let me move this in a little bit away. Range exclusive 0 to 1. So double click on this. Let's start all over on that one. Okay. I need to move you on. Yeah, okay, good. So percentile here. So for 80th percentile, it's gonna be 0.8 because it's a over 100. Equal percentile dot exc. Okay, array, that's this all of this. Okay. Comma, because it says array, comma before k. In this case, our k is the 80th percentile, I mean it's 0.8, 0.8. Then close the parenthesis. Why 0.8? Because 0.8 is 80%. And that gives us the percentile right there. Now, first quartile is the same as the 25th percentile. So in this case, type equal quartile. So I'm doing everything, like each assignment have a specific thing they want you to find. Like there's one that asks you to find the quartiles. There's one that asks you to find the percentile. Then the project has summary of all of them, where you are given a number like the one I started with. That will ask you to find the frequency table and so on and so forth. Now, quartile.esk arrays all of this. Okay. Comma. Then once you put the comma, you can see that it will give you the option. One, you type 1 for first quartile. See what how the quart. So you type 1 for first quartile. So type 2 for second quartile, then type 3 for third quartile. So in our own case, this is the first quartile. I'm going to type 1 and then close it. Okay. Then for the second quartile, if I equal quartile, it will show, double click on it. Again, highlight all of them. Comma. Then because it is the second quartile, you're going to type 2 for the quart after the comma, 2, and then close it, parenthesis, give the second quartile. So all this I'm doing now, if you're doing it manually, it will take you at least 2 hours to finish, get the frequency table, calculate this, count the numbers in, and so on and so forth. But this, see, we are finishing it in a few minutes. That's why that is the beauty of Excel. Quartile.exe. Again, that's the third quartile. You highlight all of them. Okay, comma. Then third quartile, you type 3. Okay. So if I'm grading this, let's say that this is the Excel assignment 4 that asks you to find the quartiles. I'll click on your answer to show me exactly what you did, and I'll give you a credit. Now, if you didn't do it, let's say that you just pick up the answer that I put there and type it in. Let's say 1110. In that case, if I'm grading it, I'll click here. I will not see any work done. That means you can't get credit for that. Questions? Questions? Okay, since there's no question, let's look at the second part. It says here, this one is how to do with binomial. We'll not be able to do the normal today, but I'm gonna email you 2 videos that will guide you for the normal. Okay, so binomial distribution, binomial probabilities. Okay. Of course, you all know the formula for the binomial probabilities. The formula that goes in this form, I think is n x. I think it goes this way: px equals n combination x times I think p to the power x times, okay, let me see, p to the power x times q okay, I think I can okay, p times s times q to the power n minus x. This is how the formula looks like, I think. Okay. Now, but for Excel, make it easy, especially when you are asked to find probability of greater than this, less than that, that will require you to do many calculations using this formula. It can be time consuming. So I'm going to show you 2 examples. This, okay, the first one I want to show you is, hold on, let me see if I can pull it out from here. Okay, a mistake. Let me see if I can pull it out from here. Okay. Just give me 1 minute. I'm gonna copy it from somewhere and get it here for you. Okay, we have okay. Probability distributions. Okay, let's see. We have it here. Okay, I'm gonna get this. All right. Can you see the screen the way it is? I want to paste this thing here. Example. Make it 16. Okay. Can you see the screen? Let me know. I want to know if you are seeing the screen the way it is.
We're seeing Microsoft Word right now.
The one I wrote example. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, so like this time, in that case, it says at no time, once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Now, what I normally do, this will take you a long time to calculate. Well, and of course, you know the chance of making a mistake too. So what I do in Excel is make it faster. For example, you know that in a dice, in the 5 tosses of a dice, for binomial distribution, they add the success and the failure probability. Success is P, failure is Q, and then we have a 3 appear at no time, once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. This like in each case you have to use the formula here to get each of them. Again, that's a longer step. So let's see how we can do this in Excel. First of all, we have that 5 tosses. So our n is 5. So I'm going to take it there to Excel. Where's my Excel at? Okay. All right, let's go all the way down. Let's say this is our n. Okay, 5 times n, excuse me, n equals, I'll make sure you're seeing this. Okay, this is n equals, then p equals q equals So in this case, we have binomial in Excel. There's a formula for it. I will show you in a minute. Here our P, N is 5 times. Now for a dice has excuse me, let me show you something. This is a dice right here. So you have 6 sides, right? So each of them numbers showing. In this case, we are talking about 3. This is 3 showing. You can see it. It's about 1 out of 6 sides. So for each of the outcome here is 1 out of 6. So equals 1 out of 6. Okay, which is this. And of course, Q is always the opposite of that. So now you have our N here, X here. Then we have our PX. So now we have 0. You know that the normal distributions, binomial start from 0 all the way down. Give me 1 minute. Let me check something here. Yeah, it starts from 0 all the way down. Just 1 minute. Oh, okay. Now, 0. If you look at our question here, our question says at no time, that means 0. 3 appear at no time. At no time means 0. Once means 1. Twice means 2. So I'm going to take you there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want, you can even enter to 6. X. Actually, this should be our X. This should be our PX. Okay. All right. Now, our N is 5. So let's see. This is the formula right here. Put equal sign binom. See binom.dist. See, it's right here. It just shows up binom.dist. See, that is the formula right there. So you see, we have numbers of S, trials, probability, then cumulative. You can either say yes or no. So that these numbers is for your X right there. When S is 0, that means 3 appear at no time. 3 appear once, twice, 3 times. So this are not. So click on this, comma. How many trials? Say 5. You see, our N is 5 of them, because it says it was taught 5 times. So type in 5. Then probability. You know, in a binomial, the P is constant, because the probability of success is constant. So it's a P right there. Come on. Is it cumulative? So we're not looking for, we are getting each of the individual probabilities. That is, for example, the probability of 0, 1, 2, then. So it is not cumulative, we type false. Once you do the first one, you can get the rest of them. So once I did the first one, you can just copy it down. See, you see the small box here? I can just copy it down. If you cut, excuse me, a mistake. Yeah. Copy it down. Let me see why it's not calculated. It should calculate it. Maybe I missed something. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's see. You know why? Because the probability here, it doesn't continue. So I'm gonna type it in manually. I think that is what is causing it. Okay. Now I'm going to type the probability. Numbers is 140. This is for the numbers right here, X, comma. 5 is for the number of trials. Then this one is going to be, let me type the probability in. Because I didn't type all of it down there. That's why it's giving me 0.166, 1666. How many of them? I think there are 46667. Okay. Then I can then copy it down. Okay. See? Now, that answers the question. Now, so I'll take you back to the question again. It says here, at no time when x is 0. So in that case, for x0, our answer is 0.40187. The second question says, once, that means x is 1. See, that's s is 1. What is the probability? To give me right away, okay, which is right here. So now, suppose I'm asking you more than, let's say more than 3. Let's say they are looking for the probability of x, or let's say more than 3. X is greater than 3. I was greater than 3. In that case, all you have to do is, since you already have the probability, all you have to do is to add from 3 downward. This, actually, more than 3 means that it will not include 3. That means 4 plus 5. Can you see? Now, the difference between doing the work actually and copying it is this. Like now, when I'm grading this, I'm going to click on here and I will see that you did the work right here. And if I click here, I will see that you did the work and I will give you a credit. Questions? Questions? If you have any question, please ask me. Okay. All right, since there's no question, I'm gonna let me show you another example of binomial. Then I can, if you want, I can email you some videos that will help you to solve the normal probability distributions, if you want. Oh, I also like to show you one more regression and correlation. That is very important. Okay. Question? Okay. Since there's no question, let me show you this, then show you confidence interval. I think I have it here. Confidence interval. Okay. Now, if you look at this one, this one says, public opinion reported that 5% of Americans are afraid of being alone in the night. If a random sample of 20 Americans is selected, find this probability using binomial table. Well, we don't have the binomial table here because we're using Excel. So Excel will help us to figure this out. So there are exactly 5 people in the sample who are afraid of being alone at night. There are at most 3 people in the sample who are afraid to be alone at night. And there are at least 3 people who are afraid to be alone at night, and so on and so forth. So we have this. Confidence interval. Anyway, let's see. This gives us some. Let me share this. I want to write it down on paper, then I can transfer you to Excel. So in that case, our P is 5%. So P is 5%. P is 5%, and 5% is 0.05. And how many Americans were selected? 20. So our N is 20. And then we have exact X 5, and B says they're at most 3. And C says they are at least 3. Okay. This kind of question, you can answer it. We have almost spent 1 hour already. Okay. After this one, I will stop, and then we'll email you some videos that will help you with the rest of them. Okay. Excuse me. Now, let me take you to Excel so you can put this in. We got N, okay, and then P. Our N, we have our N as 20 Americans, and P is 5%, which is 0.05. Okay, and then next is to get our X. Then PX. Once we get this, we can be able to answer the rest of the question. Remember, in binomial, start from 0. So 0 all the way to 20. 1. Actually, I'm going to make 0 equals 0 plus 1. Now I can just get it to 20 of them. Drag it down to 20. Oh, I got too much. 20 right here. Right. So I'm going to find all these probabilities. So probability of this way equals binomial dist. Okay. Then numbers 0, first one, the first X, comma. So I'll get all the probabilities. Once you get it, we can now be able to answer the questions individually. Number of trials, 20, right? Comma. And then probability is P, which is 0.05, comma, cumulative false, not true, not cumulative false. Okay, then enter. Now I can just drag it down, or you can just double click here to give you the rest of them. Okay, I see. All right, let's see why. Let's see why it didn't this. All right, 20. Number of trials 20. Okay. 1 minute. Let me correct this. Equal X binomial this. Click. Number of trials is 20. Okay, comma. Sorry, my mistake. So number of trials is 0 here, comma. Sorry, number of numbers, yeah, the X is 0. Trials is 20. And we have probabilities 0.05. Then type in false. And like I say, either you drag it down or you double click to give me all the probabilities right there. Now, with this, we are ready to answer the question. Part A says, sorry, excuse me. A says, I'm going to show you what it is right here. There's exactly 5 people in the sample who are afraid to be alone at night. Okay, So I'm gonna put it right here. So we're looking for the probability of exactly 5 people. P equals X equals 5. Okay, that one is easy. You can just pick it from here. 5. So you just what you're gonna do, you just put equal sign, click on 5 because it says exactly 5. Then once you click on that, press enter key to put it right there. B says, I'll take you to where B is located. B says there are at most 3 people. At most 3. At most 3 means 3 or less. So I'm gonna take you there. At most 3. I'm looking for the probability of at most 3. Okay. At most 3. That means it means 3 or less equal. This is 3 right here or less. So you're gonna type in sum, or if you like, you can just click 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 0. That'll give you at most 3 right there. And then C says at least 3. In that case, probability of at least 3. Okay, equals at least 3 means 3 or more, all the way to 20. So that might be that would be a lot of addition. So in that case, we're gonna use a sum function. So sum from 3 all the way to the last one. So you have C3 right here. Okay, all the way to the 20th. And close the parenthesis and enter key. Please. Questions? Any questions? Okay, I think I'm gonna stop here since there's no question, and I'm gonna email you the video. I'm gonna put it in Remind so you can watch it, how to use do binomial probabilities using Excel. The video explain them step by step. Okay, I'm gonna email it now. Sorry, I'm gonna send it now in remind.com so it will come to your cell phone. Well, you have a nice day. Okay, bye-bye. So the lecture will end now. See, please continue to do your homework. Remember, I mentioned in my message that this is the busiest week because like next week is your final exam. I will give you the post a announcement about the exact date as soon as I get that information from the college. Okay, like I said, have a nice day.